first down, and they go with Swift again.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the Jaguars' 48-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
Able to avoid him at the 40. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
124 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Now a give, right side, Swift.
And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Now left side on the swing pass. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. 3rd and 7 now.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Hurts.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it in.
Is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in. They just got to throw this one away.
On 4th down, punt coming from Brown.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the state of Florida and TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville.
Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And off we go from Jacksonville.
Boston Scott on the return from his end zone. But a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive.
And he goes across the 20 to the 22. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A handoff, Swift running to the left. And this is going to be an Eagles first down as he'll take this forward to the 27.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Oh, a heck of a... There he goes, right
Oh my
side.
God. If I score this shit, I'm the best ever.
Swift, 73 yards. And the Eagles need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. And personally, what a start for him to get in the end zone from that distance here on the first drive.
And it has the defense tearing up their defensive goals for the game, doesn't it? Because nowadays, when we talk to all the coaches, they don't talk about limiting yards per carry and those things. They just talk about limiting explosive plays, whether it's through the air or on the ground. And anything an explosive play on the ground is usually, what, 10, 12-yard runs? This one was way more than that. They've got to go back to the drawing board and try and shut it down.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10.
At their 25-yard line.
They'll start on the ground. ETN.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd down, ETN once more.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Lawrence. Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On 2nd down, ETN once more.
And the ball is knocked out. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Do you remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
115 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. On the handoff, this is Swift. Down to about the 32.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. Forced out to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. He couldn't escape the pressure, and they go backwards in a big way there on the sack. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession.
as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. Though certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the first. We'll see what they've drawn up. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big play there for Philly. 42 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Swift. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. DeAndre Swift with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Eagles go up by 2 touchdowns. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack. And you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line. And he's able to take it into the end zone.
Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest.
And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. Inside the 20. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Swift. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Now 2nd and 9. He'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at the 26. Devin Lloyd, the one to get home and earn that sack. So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
But no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Here's 3rd and 9. Here's Lawrence. Screenplay. Here's Etienne. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Couple of nice plays for Jacksonville. Another first down there.
That's good for a Jaguars.
Now Lawrence. He completes it to Ridley. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Give him 32 on the play.
That's good for a Jaguars.
Now Lawrence. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. Touchdown Jaguars. Christian Kirk, 32 yards. And the Jaguars are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. And he pushed it right. It's no good. Boy, still a half plus to play, but it is a 2-score game. They're going to go onside kick early. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
And the Eagles dodge a bullet. They cover it up. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A.J. Brown, 38 yards.
And the Eagles will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there. Unable to do so, that makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Play action. It's Lawrence.
Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by James Bradbury. And they can't bring him down.
And the Eagles are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs.
Let's go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Motion man left is Kirk. Second half starts with a run by Etienne. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. They go play action with Lawrence. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Well, they're certainly in a bad way right now. Not so bad that you can call this one over already, but bad enough that you know you can't toss an interception to open the second half. This just ratchets up the pressure on this team's defense right now.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And even 150 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 14 yards there and an Eagle 1st down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now a carry for Swift. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
Now that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block, but the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. DeAndre Swift, a 21-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles are able to widen their advantage. Elliott on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, it certainly feels like this defensive group has figured this guy out to the tune of a big lead in this one. And you know that he's frustrated with how this game has gone. And now with back-to-back interceptions, he's got to find a way to get out of his own head and start making better plays.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
And down to a knee. That's one way to call a play. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Throwing is Hurts.
Throw left side complete. That's Brown. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it'll be 4th down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Here's Hurts to throw.
This is Smith with a grab. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st. And they will take a knee here. And they'll indeed take a knee. Two running plays, each lose a yard. They'll need to do much better now on 3rd and 12.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And that will be incomplete.
The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got a man complete. It's a big play for the Jaguars. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, it's Lawrence. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go. Got to have it. Lawrence working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. Calvin Ridley, 34 yards. And the Jags' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Eagles' hands team able to cover it up. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They go play action now. Lawrence. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
On 2nd down, here's Lawrence. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Lawrence to throw. They'll try and set up the screen to ETN. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. And that is caught. It's Ridley. Touchdown! Calvin Ridley with now 2 4th-quarter touchdowns. And the Jaguars have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
Lawrence going to look to throw for it. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Zach Cunningham with a pick.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. 2 scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. And the Eagles dodge a bullet. They cover it up. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on first down. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
This is 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. Able to find Jones.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup.
From the gun, it's Lawrence. Into the hands of Ingram.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
The 2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly, a must. It's 1st and 10.
Lawrence going to get this to Etienne. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
2nd down and 3. Again, it's Lawrence.
And his throw is incomplete.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
I got him.
Lawrence on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Now 1st and goal. Now Lawrence.
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside.
Now Lawrence to throw on 2nd down.
And this is caught now for a touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for 1 here and save the possible 2-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for 2 here and you don't get it, that's deflation.
Yeah.
Now you wonder why you're even going for it. Take the easy one now.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them to do that? What was
maybe
that?
they saw something on film, but do you see something on film when it was to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
And what is going on here? Are they serious? First down, and they're in punt formation. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Here's Lawrence.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. That's big Jordan Davis powering in to drop it.
Here's 2nd down.
Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
Before the game is over.
Throwing now, Lawrence.
He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Lawrence. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And we talked so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle. Go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we sign off from Jacksonville.
Supposed to put her at. What? That's the nice picture because it's a beach. Like you're saying, you see the beach, so that's the full picture I got for her. For us. It is what it is. I tried.